Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rock and Gamer Weekend Report, episode 24. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show, and I see a lot of people in the chat today. Good morning, everybody. Did everybody have their coffees? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. Okay, some interesting news. Actually, some really interesting news that happened, but we're going to do some of the easier stuff to begin with. Good morning, Jay. How are you? Or afternoon. Okay. Good morning, Thomas. Oh, thanks for using my name. Good morning, Sean. Okay, guys. Let's see here. New games for the Atari VCS that came out. So there were some Atari 2600 homebrew games, Tire Tracks and Daredevil that look very interesting. I haven't picked them up myself, but if you have, that's great. Let me know if you like them or not, because that might be something I might be interested in. The big news here is Dynablaster, which is just like Bomberman, and the cool thing about it that everybody is really enjoying about it is that it's online multiplayer. With this game and the Ultimate Ski Jumping game, it seems like the Atari VCS gang has gone whole hog on the multiplayer thing, which is cool. It's really nice to see that. So it gives that, it gives us what all the other systems have, obviously the multiplayer, but on a lower end scale. But it's still a lot of fun. So it's not just playing by yourself now. You can, hop on and play with other people, which is really cool. Good morning. Fourth coffee. Obsidian, so am I. I'm on my fourth right now. I got to bring it to the show, right? So yeah, Dynablaster is becoming, it's not my cup of tea for a game, because I've never really liked Bomberman, but the cool thing about it is like I said, it's the multiplayer part. And I'm hoping a lot of developers catch up on that for the VCS and bring that to us. And especially, Atari games, not indie games, but also from Atari to bring us those multiplayer games would be that much cooler and better. Yeah, Retro Gamer 77 said it. I am glad it's happening. Online multiplayer is fun, obviously. Hence, that's why I've been playing Battlefield 2042 lately and just streaming that. Yes, it's a new modern game. I get an itch for those once in a while. After, a bad day or, something that's bothered me, it's good to shoot people in the face. Virtually, obviously. Let's see here. My arcade products are appearing on Amazon. So the Atari 50 mini cab, the portable player, the Atari 2600 comparison or whatever. So how does everybody feel about that? I know a lot of people have negativity against that, but especially now with the Atari 2600 Plus coming out. That's the thing, right? It's important that for Atari, it's another licensed product for them. But with my arcade stuff and the Atari 2600, it's a win-win situation for Atari because it's more so on the 2600, but they're licensing on the thing. But is there space on the market for both? That's the thing. Now, I know I'm speaking to the choir here when I mention this stuff, but what about people who have a passing fancy or they walk by Walmart, Atari definitely needs to make money, of course. And they're positioning themselves that way too. So they got to make money to bring more stuff to us and invest more into us. So that's the thing. Now, the other thing, the Unity backlash. A lot of you know that Unity is a game engine that obviously has caused some issues in the indie development circles. I read an article that they actually had to close down two offices. I think one in Frisco and one in, I forget where it was. Um, that caused a whole bunch of problems. They actually got bomb threats, and they had to shut down the offices. So to get to that point where developers and people who work on Unity are so pissed off to cause you know what's it called, death threats, that's pretty serious shit. That's some pretty serious shit there. That's not fair to charge. Everybody's already squeezed for money this time. Huh? Yeah, see, going back to the My Arcade stuff. Yeah, the core group of fans don't have any interest of it, but maybe there is somebody walking by the aisle at Walmart seeing the 2600 plus and the My Arcade stuff. So what are people going to pick? In my opinion, they're going to pick the Atari, right? The 2600 plus, just because the name and the logo, the Fuji logo, are right there in your face. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so back to this Unity backlash. It's scary for some company. Like, everybody in the corporate world are getting fucking greedy as shit. Okay? And this is not cool at all. And I hate seeing that, especially when these indie developers, are just trying to make a little bit of money, and with that money, line their pockets and live their lives. But when these corporate entities start taking money away from even that, what's the point? What's the point of making games? I'm really pissed off about that. Okay, next. It is September 16th, and I want to know what people's wish lists are for retro gaming and Atari. Well, speaking about retro gaming, has anybody noticed the fucking flood of retro gaming devices, between stuff that you can plug to your TV via HDMI and stuff that is on portable and stuff like that? Yeah. Like, is anybody buying this stuff? Like, honestly, except for Evercade that has a name on it, but there's every Chinese company is trying to cash into this retro gaming thing, and they're just flooding the market. Anyways, Christmas wish lists. Who's got a Christmas wish list? What do you want to see from Atari? I mean, Atari has bought up so many companies. They've partnered up with people. So what is everybody looking forward to? It'll be interesting to see. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Oh, Thomas wants to buy both, getting the game station for camp. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, I know. Godot being open source is the best way to. I even played with it for a bit, thinking I can create a game. Who has the time? I certainly don't. Let's see here more. Yes, more recharge games. Agreed. Absolutely agree. A lot of people hate on the recharge games, but honestly, I love them to pieces. I think they're so cool. They're just reimagining of the game. Like Gravitar, I love. Asteroids, I love. Missile Command, I love. Except I want them to get the mouse working on the VCS so I can at least move on from level 3 or 4 that I keep on getting stuck at. Atari Karts Recharged. That's the Jaguar game, I believe. That would be cool. Like, any racing game at this point in time would be kind of cool. Supply and demand. There must be a demand for the retro. Yeah, there must be a demand, but Jay, there's so many. I mean, just go on to Alibaba, right? And there's just so much crap on there. It's crazy. Lunar Lander Beyond on the Atari VCS. That would be cool, but I don't know if we're going to get that or not. Hippie Kenny with Video Pinball Recharged. Actually, maybe, Zen Pinball, they can farm that out to Zen Pinball and make an Atari version. I think that would be cool. Oh, speaking about Zen Pinball, I've actually reactivated my Twitch account. I don't do the camera shit. I don't do the mic. I just do gameplay videos. Just, see if anybody wants to watch or whatever. So I've been playing Zen Pinball on, what is it? Amazon Luna, and streaming that to Twitch. And I'm having a blast with it. It has all the Star Wars tables on there. So if Atari got Zen Pinball to make a pinball game for them specifically, I think that'd be very cool. And I'd buy that in a split second. Let's see here. Yeah, Jay agrees. Yeah, everybody's agreeing. It looks like Damon, Atari pajamas. Well, I don't know. Some of us don't wear pajamas to bed. Anyway, Tempest 8000. How much more can we do on Tempest? Who am I to say? There's probably some developer who has some this wicked idea to do all that. Ooh. Do. Yes, get the mouse working for Christmas. That would be woohoo! Great Christmas present from Atari. Yes, Jerome, M Network cartridges for the 2600. Oh, that would be cool. Bring him back. That'll be cool. And then maybe spice them up a little bit. Maybe have them recharged for the Atari VCS. Maybe. Yeah, see, even Jay re-release all the network cards, the M Network cards. I think that would be cool. Even though, you know what? I hated them as a kid because I felt like they were just a ripoff of a television. But at the same time, they were fun because you were able to play in television games on your Atari 2600. It's funny how, everybody and their brothers started creating games for the 2600, including the people like Coleco and Intellivision that had their own consoles, but they ported everything over to the 2600. They just realized that the popularity of the 2600, especially when the 2600 hit the $100 mark. As soon as it hit the $100 mark back when, boom, everything exploded. Yeah, Kenny, I love Tempest 4002. I can't get enough of that game. That's one of my go-to games. I just fire up, boom, and play that. Absolutely. The recharged are the most successful games on the VCS. Absolutely, Damon. But I've read somewhere here and there that people are just not happy with them. I'm like, really? Atari underwear with the Fuji logo right in the front, right? And then we can have, women's thongs with the logo in the back and a big one on the front. We can do that too. That'll be cool. I don't wear pajamas to bed. I wear them to... Oh, Damon, you kill me, man. I love that. David says, I don't wear pajamas to bed. I wear them to Walmart. And it's funny how that fad of Walmart has creeped into the Canadian psyche, too. I try to avoid that place like the plague, man. Seriously. Oh, man. Too funny. Come on, guys. Anything else for Christmas? I have nothing really else to report. Oh, yeah. Who was it that mentioned it? Hold on. Jerome mentioned about the... what did Jerome mention? Jerome mentioned... What did Jerome mention? The Wade interview, too. So, I haven't seen it. I don't know what's weird about it. Jerome, can you just quickly, summarize it in the chat? And guys... hold on for 1 minute. I just want to show everybody something, okay? Something cool. Hold on. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I want to bring this up here. Okay, it's a little dusty because we're redoing the upstairs. This, look, Atari 2600 and 7800 controller plugins, arcade style joysticks and buttons. There's some Velcro ties here. Anyways, woo, I had to run upstairs. So a friend of mine, back a while ago, his company is called Ed Ladden, and he makes these joysticks. Now this is called the Super Twin 78. So the cool thing about it is 2 players, right? So you can play the 2-player games. Also, Robotron for the 7800. How cool is this? Now I've had this for years now, and the serial number on this is like number 19. So Ed is in Athens, Georgia, and this is number 19. And this is really, really nice. I love this thing, and it's cool. And this thing is going to get plugged to the Atari 2600 Plus. Now I chatted with Ed for a little bit to see if I can get some of these things made so I can put the Dadisajoke sticker on like that, but he hasn't gotten back to me. And honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to sell these in good numbers, because you can just go over to Ed and buy it from him. You know, it's one of those things when you're trying to run a business, it's, you know, you try and make decisions, but I don't think it's going to work out. Okay, anyways, that's that. Oh, so the Wade Rosen interviews on the 2600 Plus. Okay, the big takeaway is Atari totally intends to support the 2600 Plus, which is really good news. That's exciting. Isn't this controller cool, Jay? I love this thing. Me and my son, we just put it on our laps and just share it and just play some 2600 games. Yes, Atari making an arcade stick, that will be cool. But it's cool. The cool thing about it is it's got not just a single button; it's got the dual buttons for the 7800 games, and also Ed makes them for the ColecoVision also. And he's got in the middle, he's got the number touchpad thing, which is cool. So yeah, everybody's super excited about the 2600 Plus. See, if you guys are excited, you know, sort of us retro guys, you know, and then, you know, you get family and friends asking, oh, what should we get for Christmas? You know, an Atari 2600 Plus would go a long way, especially the new homebrew titles that are a little bit more modern, a little bit more, I don't want to say playable. The old games were just as playable. But, yeah. I remember Dappa saying that he'd like to kickstart new development for 2600 games, especially for the 7800. Yeah, the 7800, guys, is so untouched. You know what I'm saying? It's such a good machine, right? If any of you guys watched any of my videos where I compare arcade games to to different consoles. I did these a long time ago. I thought people would be interested in, but whatever. Anyways, so what I did was I show a video and I talk about the arcade game. Then I show the 2600 port. If there was a 5200 port, I showed that. A 7800 port, I showed that. If there was an NES port, I showed that. So I wanted to show, how the games fared against the arcade. And the 7800, I mean, untapped potential there. Untapped. There's so much things to see and do. So if you guys, they're on my channel. You can check them out if you want. Let's see here. Do we really need a pocket player, Hippie? Yes, I agree, Sean. I totally agree. I have 7 Atari 7800 cards. That's nice, Jerome. I have still a few that I'm selling on my store that are available if anybody wants to pick them up, and some of them boxed. Damon, good machine but crappy sound. Maybe the 2600 can offer improved for homebrew. I hope so. And for me, the biggest for the 2600 plus would be Pitfall 2. My son and I just love that game. It's so good. Too bad they can't do the 52. Oh, imagine if they added that extra level from Pitfall 2 in the Atari 5200 and made like a 7800 version of Pitfall 2. If you can, yes, I need a pocket player. Okay, just for you, Kenny. A lot of 700 were limited, apparently wanting to keep ROM sizes to a minimum to save money at the time, obviously, because memory back then was super expensive. Now it's untapped potential. Untapped potential. Link's pocket player. Wasn't it already a pocket player? Sorry, being a smartass this morning. Yeah, so it's amazing the love for the 7800, and I think if more homebrew guys make them, if Atari makes them more, I think we're going to see a lot of cool games coming out, right? And it gives the potential to indie developers to make 7800 games, right? Maybe we'll see a lot more of that. There's so much stuff coming. It's amazing. I'm so excited when it comes to like this year and next year and what's going to happen with Atari. It's going to be super cool. Let's see here. Make it a mini VCS with the access to the store. Yes, Obsidian contraption for sure. That's cool. And pocket players fit in stockings. What, you can't put a 2600 plus in it? Just that's all you need to do. Some of us want to see Pitfall. Also, some Atari VCS, I think will happen with Microsoft. Yeah, that's right. Now, what about Activision, guys? With Microsoft owing them? I wonder if Atari's actively going after that. I should hope so. Right? Does David Crane have any say anymore on this? He is the founding father of the company, right? And he started his new company with his with new games with Gary Kitchen. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Atari VCS 2 in a few years, guys. Yeah, that's cool. But you know what? Let's enjoy what we have here. Again, there's so much untapped potential going through right now. I think it's gonna be very cool. I think we're gonna have fun with what we currently have. Activision Hunter. Okay, Damon, what the hell does that mean? Fuji needs Fuji weed wraps. Getty. Dude. That's too funny. What time are we at? Oh, we're at 35 minutes. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to call it. There's no sense of going any longer, but I'm really enjoying this back and forth stuff. This is what I like about the live show. is everybody talking and we're, and communicating and stuff like that. I expect 200, 600 people to use ROMs for games like Activision ones. If not, someone will have to make it happen very quickly. ST games from Activision. Yes, Damon. You know what? It's funny what Activision did, given the fact that they made cartridges for systems that had more power. I mean, the 5200 was an example of that with River Raid, Pitfall 2. Fuck, what else was there? I think Mega Mania was in there or something like that. There was some really good games. And the improvement to the game was huge. Huge. I mean, yeah, graphically it was different, and also they added a second level to Pitfall 2. That'd be amazing. Oh, that was the Hunter. Okay. 100% Damon. No kidding. Hey, Damon was a big help this week for me. Trust me. I'm not making fun of this guy any longer. You can correct us. He can correct me all he wants. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, gang. So, yeah, we're coming up to the 37-minute mark. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I get a little nervous on doing these live shows, but having everybody come on and chat and have some fun, I think I'm just relaxed, cool as a cucumber right now. Anyways, guys, have a good weekend. If you got family coming by, suck it up. I'm off to the trains in an hour. So, yeah, that's it. I hope Damon, but I'm grumpy. Anyways, everyone, have a good weekend. Take care, and we'll see you later.